Every morning, millions of seniors start their day with a simple breakfast claiming it's healthy and convenient. They pour a steaming bowl of instant oatmeal, believing it's a safe choice that provides quick energy with minimal effort. But what they don't realize is that this seemingly harmless routine is cloaked in danger, a silent killer lurking in plain sight. This seemingly innocent food product quietly sets off a chain of devastating health effects that can escalate rapidly, leading to catastrophic consequences. The dangers hidden within that regular spoonful are far worse than most can imagine, and each day that passes without awareness increases the risk of dire health outcomes. The problem begins with the instant oatmeal packet itself. These packets are often filled with refined, processed oats that have been stripped of their natural nutrients, enhanced with enormous amounts of added sugars, artificial flavors, and preservatives to make them taste appealing and shelf-stable. Just a half-cup serving of these instant oats can contain up to 12 grams of added sugar, which is more than a tablespoon. Many seniors rely on this quick meal, unaware that the high glycemic index of processed oats causes a rapid spike in blood sugar levels within just 15 minutes of ingestion. Over time, this pattern leads to persistent inflammation throughout the body, damaging blood vessels and increasing the likelihood of developing insulin resistance. This initial danger, though seemingly minor, sets the stage for more serious health repercussions. Within just a few weeks of consistently consuming this high-sugar breakfast, inflammation begins to attack the delicate lining of arteries. Elderly patients with pre-existing conditions or weakened immune systems find themselves even more vulnerable. Many of these seniors experience symptoms like mild fatigue, slight dizziness, or occasional chest tightness that they dismiss as aging or stress. But that is only the beginning. The real danger surfaces when the inflammation progresses further, causing microscopic tears in arterial walls that serve as entry points for cholesterol deposits. These tiny injuries initiate an ongoing cycle of plaque buildup, slowly narrowing arteries and reducing blood flow. Physicians start noticing early signs of arterial stiffening and reduced heart function, but the worst is yet to come. As the plaque accumulation continues unchecked, the risk of a sudden, deadly event rises dramatically. Within a few months, some seniors develop significant blockages in major arteries. It could be the coronary arteries supplying blood to the heart or the carotids feeding the brain. These blockages can cause an abrupt heart attack or a debilitating stroke. The danger is often invisible until the moment of crisis, when sudden chest pain, paralysis, or loss of consciousness strikes without warning. Many seniors have no prior symptoms or only vague discomfort, making the threat even more insidious. The escalation from minor inflammation to complete arterial blockage exemplifies how a common morning habit done daily without awareness can culminate in an immediate life-threatening emergency. Once a critical artery is fully obstructed, the outcome is often fatal or leaves victims with permanent disability, transforming their lives forever. What happened next was even worse as the initial inflammation and micro tears in the arteries silently worsened. The chronic damage began to cause noticeable changes in blood flow, leading to subtle symptoms that many seniors dismiss as normal aging. A 55-year-old woman, previously healthy, started experiencing episodes of dizziness and occasional numbness in her left hand. At first, she attributed it to fatigue or dehydration, but within a week, the episodes became more frequent and severe. Her blood pressure readings hovered around 140/90, and her fasting blood sugar shot up to 125 milligrams per deciliter, indicating her body was struggling to keep inflammation and blood vessel damage under control. Despite this warning, she continued her daily routine of processed breakfast cereals topped with sugar and cream because it was quick and easy. That was just the beginning. The danger lurked deeper beneath these symptoms, escalating quietly but relentlessly. The real danger was still ahead as her arteries continued to stiffen and narrow. Tiny plaques, microscopic cholesterol deposits, began to coalesce into larger blockages that remained hidden from view but silently strangled her blood supply. Blood tests showed her increasing LDL cholesterol, but no immediate warning signs illuminated the threat. A routine visit to her doctor revealed her carotid arteries were 60% narrowed, a number that normally wouldn't cause alarm. But the ongoing inflammation and plaque growth painted a different picture. This stage marked the true danger, the assembling of a catastrophe that could erupt at any moment. The risk of a stroke or heart attack was now terrifyingly high, yet everything seemed stable on the surface. Maintaining this fragile balance required urgent change, but she was still unaware of just how close she was to losing everything. That's when things turned deadly. A sudden and catastrophic event struck without warning. One morning, while preparing breakfast, her vision blurred, and intense chest pain overwhelmed her. Her heart started to race as if trying to beat out of her chest, sweat pouring down her face. The rapid onset of her symptoms was classic of an acute heart attack caused by a complete arterial blockage. Emergency responders rushed into her home, but hours later, despite every effort, the damage was done. The blockage had cut off oxygen to critical parts of her heart muscle, causing irreversible damage. The outcome was a near-total heart failure, leaving her weakened and at risk of a second attack at any moment. This sudden, deadly event was the culmination of months of silent inflammation, unrecognized microtears, and plaque accumulation that had reached a boiling point. It was a stark reminder that the escalation from everyday processed oats to a life-threatening crisis can happen swiftly once the microscopic damage surpasses the body's ability to repair itself. The tragedy underscored how crucial early detection and decisive lifestyle changes are before the silent killer claims another victim. The deterioration quickly accelerates as the microscopic damage in the arteries deepens and spreads, turning what once seemed manageable into an unstoppable cascade of life-threatening events. Tiny micro-tears caused by relentless inflammation begin to erode the delicate lining inside blood vessels, creating microscopic openings that become gateways for dangerous deposits. Doctors start noticing subtle but alarming signs in patients who previously had minor symptoms like occasional dizziness or slight numbness in extremities. Within weeks, these tiny tears evolve into larger fissures that compromise the integrity of arterial walls, leading to the formation of larger plaques that cling stubbornly to the vessel walls. Blood flow becomes increasingly compromised, and blood pressure, which previously hovered around 140/90, can spike unexpectedly to 180/110 as the heart struggles to pump through narrowed arteries. The body's initial coping mechanisms are overwhelmed as inflammation lingers and the damage compounds, making clot formation more likely. Patients often experience worsening fatigue, persistent chest pressure, or episodes of breathlessness that they dismiss as aging or fatigue, not realizing the danger is spiraling out of control. Every small symptom should prompt immediate medical attention, yet many ignore these warning signs, unaware that the silent cascade is only gaining momentum. The vessels are becoming less flexible, more brittle, and increasingly prone to rupture or sudden blockage. This process is a slow, insidious escalation, but the danger is mounting with each passing day, heading toward an irreversible point where recovery becomes uncertain. The final danger manifests as the body reaches a breaking point where the damage from inflammation, microtears, and plaque accumulation culminates in a catastrophic event. At this stage, the arteries are almost fully obstructed, and a sudden, complete blockage can occur at any moment. It can be triggered by the slightest physical exertion or even a sudden emotional shock. The blood supply to vital organs becomes cut off within seconds. A patient might experience a jarring, intense chest pain that radiates to the jaw and left arm, coupled with a sensation of impending doom. Their face may turn pale or bluish as oxygen deprivation sets in swiftly. This event often unfolds without warning, and by the time emergency help arrives, irreversible damage may already have taken hold. The heart tissue starved of oxygen begins to die within minutes, leading to a heart attack that can cause permanent damage or death if not rapidly treated. Similarly, a clot traveling to the brain can cause a stroke, resulting in paralysis, loss of speech, or even death. The danger here is no longer slow deterioration, but a rapid, lethal crisis that strikes suddenly and with devastating finality. What had been a warning sign in mild symptoms now erupts into an emergency that leaves no room for momentary hesitation. Lives can be lost in less than 5 minutes from the moment the artery fully blocks. A stark reminder of how deadly unchecked vascular damage truly is, especially when driven by everyday habits like consuming processed breakfast foods.